Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Tarot Thursday. I'm Reverend Mary, and with me is Reverend Bryan. And we'll go over our rules right quick. We welcome your questions. Please post them in the chat, and we will be happy to do 3 more or less tarot card spreads for you. So, we aren't medical people. We can't answer your medical questions. We aren't legal people. We can't answer your legal questions. We can't predict the gender of your forthcoming offspring, but congratulations. We can't predict the outcome of U.S. elections or elections anywhere else. We can't predict the outcome of any world conflicts, but we do encourage everyone to put down their weapons and solve things peacefully. Have I covered everything?
Oh, yeah, and your offspring. Congratulations.
Yes, congratulations on your offspring. Hello. And we can do a reading on your interview. And I'll shuffle up my cards here.
Mercury's in the Gatorade, so I'm having some technical difficulties.
Yeah, we did get started a few minutes late due to technical issues because, well, yeah, Mercury is in the Gatorade. When does Mercury come out of the Gatorade? Is that
12 days, and then it goes into the shadow period. So 12 plus 7 is 19. 19 more days.
all right? And if you happen to be in the Middle Tennessee area, you can come and see me at Osiris Fest in Smyrna for a live reading on Saturday.
I'll be in Fire Island.
So he'll be on fire, and I'm doing live readings. The grandkids are selling their art. It'll be fun.
Oh, yeah, painted rocks. That's right. You're supposed to send me a rock.
I'll send you a rock. Serena's doing rocks, and Alex has some canvases.
Oh, nice. I like rocks. All right.
All right. So the first card I've got for you is the 9 of Lamps. Now, Lamps is the suit of spirituality. 9 is a number of completing a cycle. So you're bringing to bear a lot of skills you've already acquired with this interview. The next card I've got is Judgment. So this is about reaping the rewards of something you've been working on. And then I've got Time, when this is talking about the cycles of time. Taken in with the other 2 cards, I think the interview is going to go very well, and you're applying for a position that your time has come here. Over to you, Bryan.
So, Dee, the first card I have is the 7 of Pentacles, which is about patience, investment, and stability. You know, hard work does pay off, so this is a position that you've been really working towards and considering. So, I think you pretty much have been waiting for this and well deserved. The second card I pulled is the 9 of Swords. Now, that's about anxiety and worry. Please do not stress yourself out. It's a job interview. They wouldn't have offered you the interview if you didn't deserve it. So take a couple deep breaths, maybe make some notes for yourself, and things will go well. So try not to overthink it. I say that as somebody who just got a new job. Um,
And he overthought it.
and I overthought it for months. The Two of Wands is about advancement, exploring, and prospect. Hello, Elvis. So I would say overall that this is a good reading. Again, as long as you feel prepared and don't overthink it too much, things will go well, ma'am. Poor kitty. But I think everything's gonna go great. So good luck. Break some legs.
Yes. And hello to Darcy. Hey to Fluffy. Hi to Gupta. And
Wait,
Darcy is asking for a general
but
reading.
we didn't summon Fluffy yet. That's not fair.
Yeah, Fluffy remembered to hop on.
Oh, okay.
So,
More fun when we summon him. And Baxter.
and you're very welcome, Dee. So, Darcy, the first card I've got for you is the Prince of Swords. Swords are about fire, princes are about air. So, we've got kind of a storm here. Be very careful in your communications for the next few days. Be sure you are communicating clearly. Next, I've got magic. You can see it's a blank slate, and really, you're in a position to manifest whatever you want out of your current situation. And then I've got the Four of Pentacles. So you're doing well in the material realm. You have everything you need, and you're able to share with other people if you want to.
Yeah, Elvis, you like sharing? Okay. So, Darcy, the first card I have is the Three of Cups, which is about squad goals and celebration. So, things are looking up, both in the friendship squad and in the work squad. It's always nice. The Five of Pentacles, however, is about abandonment, misfortune, and loss. So, you've been thinking a lot about past trials and tribulations that haven't gone so well. But try not to think about those so much. It's a new time, new place, new things. The past is the past, and the future is the future. And we're living in the present. Oh, that was nice.
You're getting poetic here.
Yeah, well, sometimes the spirit does things and stuff. Not so poetic. The Nine of Wands, which is the last of the three cards, is about wisdom, perspective, and the last stretch. So we're almost there after a long period of things, and things are starting to come into place, but they can always get better. All right, we're gonna honor Rev Don on this 1 year eve of Parliament things and stuff, and pull one more card, which is the Sun. So happy days are here again, and blah blah, all of that shenanigans. So things are good. Good is good. There you go.
All right. And by the way, we are at the 1 year anniversary of you and I reading tarot on the floor of the Parliament.
Still can't believe we did that. Oh look, we summoned Don.
Hello, Reverend Don.
Woohoo! Achievement unlocked.
Yes, but that was an experience I'll never forget.
Yes, let's go solicit people on the floor of the Parliament of the world's religions about cards.
About reading tarot live on camera.
Well, people are talking about alien Jesus and magic underpants and all of that jazz.
Yeah, it was an interesting experience. Some people were really excited to get a tarot reading. Some people acted like we had spots.
I always have spots.
Okay, now Gupta is asking for a reading. They want to know, when will I get married and get growth in job? That's really two questions. So why don't I take marriage and you take job?
Woohoo! No feelings. Good job.
Yeah. Bryan is no longer taking questions about feelings if he can help it.
For at least 6 months.
That means everybody post a question about your love life.
I mean, they could, but my cards might have other kinds of feelings.
And when you meet your honorary niece, Serena, she'll knock you over with a hug, so you know.
Well, I'd be emotionally prepared for tiny-ish adjacent human hugs. That I can tolerate. If Sissy tries to hug me again, however, that's a different story. All right. So the first card for job growth is the Knight of Wands, which is about ambition, taking risk, and being action oriented. So if there's some growth that you want in your job, you have to go get it. It doesn't come to you. You have to go get it. So go get it. The second card is Judgment, which is also about evaluation and reflection. So if there's something out there that you think is in the realm of advancement, it's a good time to do some self reflecting to see if it's the right fit for you. However, also going back to personal experiences, with the Two of Pentacles, if you're looking for that, you're going to need to know how to balance and prioritize for a little while. Because if you do it poorly, well, bad things happen. So really consider it, really think on it, and know that you might have to juggle, balance, and maybe do a funny dance in between. But go do it.
Okay, so regarding marriage, the first card I have for you is the Soul. And here we have Mother Earth with a small child. And when this card comes up, it means there are life lessons to be learned in your situation. So I'm going to say you are preparing for marriage. Then I've got the Six of Swords, which means there's a journey involved. And while sometimes this means a physical journey, I'm more inclined to say this is a metaphor for either a spiritual journey or just your own personal journey. And you've got some personal growth to do before you're ready to get married. Then we've got the Lovers, and this card means a choice. It doesn't necessarily mean a choice between people. And I'm also going to pull one more card in honor of Reverend Don. Lord help. And here I've got the Two of Pentacles, where we see a young man learning how to sculpt under the guidance of an older man. So this is about perfecting your craft. So I'm going to say you need to prepare to get married. So I hope that's helpful, Gupta.
Now, does it count as we did it if it was two questions and we pulled the same card?
Yeah, it does.
Okay.
Now, next from Fluffy says, you can summon me and I'll do a grand entrance.
To find the fluffy card. Dink.
All right. And then let's see here. And Anissa is asking, will I find a future partner? Now, we need to put a time limit on that, Anissa. So let's say, will you find a future partner in the next 6 months? Because otherwise, the cards could say, yes, you'll find a future partner in 10 years. So we're going to ask about in the next 6 months. Does that work for you, Bryan?
Sure. What's 6 months from now?
It's the middle of
Hunting
August.
season. Yeah.
It's what?
February would be right around Valentine's Day.
So that's auspicious.
Oh, suspicious. Or just suspicious, but okay.
Oh, you and your cards are on a roll tonight.
I'm using a different deck than usual. Remember, I couldn't find the other one.
Yeah, I know. Did Elvis hide it?
Probably. She does that. No, Fluffy is not a demon, but you know, no, Fluffy, you cannot hug me. I come wearing big shirts that say no hugs, will die. We thought about that for Parliament, getting me a hat for that.
And hello, Psyche Awakens Tarot, and welcome.
Hello. Yes, Elvis.
All right. Anissa, the first card I've got for you is Death, which means transformation. Then I have the Prince of Lamps, which is a card of spiritual development. And then I have Mind. And so, actually, all the cards are saying that you need to be focused on your own personal development rather than your love life at this point in time. Hello, Elvis. So that's what the cards are saying, that you need to be focused on your own personal transformation. Because mind is about getting to the heart of your own issues, and death is about transformation. So, your turn, Bryan.
So the first card I have is the Tower. Or in this deck, it's called Revelation, which is about not necessarily anything bad happening, but a lot of chaos and abrupt change. So I would not suggest some sort of relationship right now, as change is not usually that best during, well, a revolution, unless it's, Les Mis or something, which I don't believe it is. So the second card I pulled is the King of Pentacles, which Pentacles are about jobs, material gain. So really focusing on your material gain should be your focus during this abrupt change, because I don't see love. I see money and jobs. So usually you should not be looking for love in either of those places, because that's how HR gets involved. Followed by the Ten of Pentacles, which is about communal support, wealth, and legacy. Again, not a place to find love unless you want to catch a case. So I would say focusing on the material side of things for the next 6 months during what seems to be a period of change for you, and maybe not love. But feel free to have fun. So, unfortunately, not as helpful as you'd like, but the cards have spoken. Who's next?
Next is Fluffy. No, next is Michelle, then Fluffy. Michelle has asked for a general reading.
Okay.
Then we have a typical fluffy sort of a question.
Does it have feelings?
No.
Okay. Elvis, are you having feelings? Oh.
Elvis thinks it's can o'clock. That's what Elvis is having feelings
Hello
about.
to your fans, Elvis.
Elvis the Tarot Kitty. Did you discuss a new hashtag?
Yes, it got shut down.
You're kidding me.
Well, you could have yelled at him earlier.
Oh, I forgot to ask. Inform your other half that I am requesting a formal appeals process.
I'm good. I'll be sure he's available next Thursday, but pre-show to discuss. All right. General greeting. All right. Here we go. All right. Would you like me to go first?
You may.
Okay. So the first card I have is in this deck is called Suspension. It's similar to the Hangman. And it's about sacrifice, patience, and well, suspension. So there is a period of weightlessness that you're feeling, but it does come with a bit of sacrifice because in order to feel weightless, you must put yourself in, well, in this card, a very compromising position because how you're holding yourself up by a horseshoe is beyond me, unless you've just competed in the Olympics, which is all a boggle of the mind. But sacrifice is good for most things, so don't worry too much about that. Everybody sacrifices a little to get a lot. Maybe I should use these cards more often. The second card is the Knight of Swords, which is about intense focus and radical observation. So again, looking at things from a different perspective, which looking upside down is a completely different perspective, but also very dizzying. So I don't recommend it. I did that once at a museum. Tried to look at the art upside down. And once again, I've pulled Judgment, which is about reflection. So it's really taking a new look on things that haven't gone well, things that could have gone better, and trying to look at a different point of view of it, and you might actually see where something went right instead of where something went wrong. So I hope that's helpful.
Okay. Now I've been thoroughly shuffling my cards. You've been able to see it some. But the first card I've got for you is the Prince of Swords. So, princes are about air and swords are about fire. So, we've got almost a firestorm here, and be very careful about communication. The next card I've got is Magic. And notice this is pretty much a blank slate. So you're in a position to manifest pretty much whatever you want in your situation. And yes, I did pull those two exact cards earlier, but the third card is different. This is the High Priestess. So this is talking about communicating with your higher self in this situation. So meditate, do dream work, however you get in touch with your higher self. And now we are going to pause for a word from one of our sponsors. So just a moment here. And thank you.
There we go. Oh, whatever.
We both fixed it. That was the problem.
Okay.
All right. And now we have Fluffy's question.
Oh, okay. What was Fluffy's question? Oh, right. It was a Fluffy question.
See what I mean?
All right, world, here we go. I am trying to develop a new modality of tarot combining several ideas. Is there something I should focus on? I found a new platform to work with and a different set of tools that I really like. That should solve a lot of my technical issues. So we're just gonna answer this in fluffy fashion. Okay?
All right. How are we going to do that?
I'm gonna pull 3 cards and see what it says.
I thought that's what we were going to do. I just wanted to be sure you didn't have something else on your mind.
Not when it comes to Fluffy, no.
Okay.
Not unless we're cracking Dr. Peppers at 10:30 at night, which I don't recommend.
I'm diabetic. You think I'm cracking your peppers?
They make diet Dr. Pepper. It tastes horrible, but it'll do the trick. I like the coconut one right now.
Coconut Dr. Pepper.
Oh, yeah, it's amazing.
I have not seen that here.
What? Okay, the state of Tennessee and I are not hanging out anytime soon. All right, Fluffy. So the first card up is the 10 of Wands. Yes, hello, Elvis. Oh, you don't like that card? Oh, okay. So that's about duty, responsibility, and obligation. Now, you feel like you have an obligation from the spirit to work on this project, but I would say take it slowly or maybe finish another project first, knowing you. Second card is the 2 of Wands. So lots of fire, lots of passion, which is what you are known for, Fluffy. However, take everything into consideration. Look at the new tool, play around with it. Don't dedicate yourself to it. Don't marry it. Don't sell your soul to it. Don't blood sacrifice anything. Just play around with it. Use the beta, trial, test it out. Don't commit just yet. And I say that because, well, there is a sense of familiarability and nostalgia when you find new shiny objects. Don't worry, we all do it. We all love shiny things here. So take it slow, and I'm going to pull one more card because why not? But I do see some new rebirth and some, rebranding coming your way. So take it slow. You're not in a rush. Have fun. That's it.
All right. Oh, sorry. I did something odd that seems to have messed up the chat. Anyway, so Fluffy, I have the Chariot. So, yes, you should do this. Then I have your card, the Fluffy card.
You've officially been summoned.
You have been summoned with your own card. By the power of the Fluffy, I summon you. And why do I have a card named Fluffy? When Reverend Don did the Kickstarter for this deck, he gave us the option of commissioning our own card. And Fluffy and I both did this, and he commissioned the Fluffy card. Then finally, I have the Cycles of Time again. So I'm going to say this is an idea whose time has come. So Bryan said, cautious. I'm going to say take it and run with it cautiously. Because I know you, bro.
We both do, but you just smash the reading together. It all makes sense.
It does.
All right, where are we at? All right, yeah. Fluffy.
Darcy says Vanya is asking for a general reading.
Vanya's there. I know she's watching, so we can do it.
All right, general reading for Vanya. And Fluffy says, can I hug you? You can hug me, Fluffy. Bryan doesn't really do hugs.
No. Fist bumps, elbow bumps, high fives, weird finger waves.
And yet, when my hubby blew me a kiss last week by emoji, Bryan decided to co-opt it. Go figure.
Because there was no actual PDA involved. It also reminds me of, Parliament. In so many ways.
Did hubby kiss you at Parliament?
No. Just the Cards Against Humanity game. No. No. Not that.
Not that I really care. I just wasn't aware y'all went
No,
there.
we didn't get that lit at Parliament.
Whoops, I just spilled drink on my computer. One moment.
Again, folks, Mercury in the Gatorade. Welcome to Mercury floating in the Gatorade.
Mercury in the Gatorade and water on my laptop, and the warranty on it just went out.
Like I said, Gatorade. All right, Kitty, say hello to Vanya. So the first card for Vanya is the Chariot. Well, Mary cleans her computer, which is about victory, willpower, and inner drive. So you've just done something that was new and different, but fun, and you had a good time, and you should do it again. And my child just keeps walking across my knee. Ow.
Elvis, leave Daddy's sword knee alone. Bad kitty.
So the Knight of Pentacles is about harvest, dedication, and routine. Bad kitty does not mean say hi, kitty. So taking things slowly in the endeavors is important. You enjoyed it, but don't do too much of it because we both know you don't have the spoons for it. So one fun activity at a time. The last card is the Hermit. Now, the Hermit is one of those cards that's about self-reflection, looking inward, hanging out in the darkness, but it's also about finding the light because they're also usually a light source, like the light coming through the window in a dark room, unless you're in an office with no windows. But anyway, there's light coming in somewhere, even if it's under the door, and it's important to see the light and go towards the light, but take it slowly. And I pulled one more card because I can, which is the Ten of Wands, which is about responsibility. Now, responsibility here is to not overdo it and overstimulate yourself because you're enjoying it so much. That is how you will burn yourself out. So take it slow and it'll go fine.
All right. So the first card I've got is the Princess of Swords. Princesses are about restraint. Swords are about communication. So the princess is counseling you to be careful in your communications. Then I've got the Five of Swords. It looks like a dumpster fire. It probably is a dumpster fire. Hush, Bryan. So, be aware that there might be a dumpster fire in the near future and be prepared to deal with it. Then I've got the Nine of Pentacles, which means also wherever the dumpster fire is in the near future, it's not in the material realm because this shows you enjoying the finer things in life.
Watching the dumpster fire.
So maybe it's not your dumpster fire. Maybe it's someone else's dumpster fire, and you get to just sit back and watch their world burn.
And toast marshmallows.
Okay.
That's what I would do.
Bryan's being bitchy. All right. Psyche Awakens Tarot says, I'm a fellow reader, would love to know about current energies around me. Also, Psyche likes my moon hat. Thank you.
Everybody likes your hat. Everybody
I
knew
love,
you always compliment your hat.
and also says cool glasses, Bryan.
Huh. They're not mine, but they are now. It's a depressing story we won't share on the internet.
All righty then.
But they're very nice.
And I got the hat at Hot Topic. They really ought to pay me for endorsing their hat.
I don't think that's how it works, considering I haven't seen it for a while.
No?
No, I think they're all sold out.
Possibly because I endorse it.
Oh well. And I'm allowed to kiss my own child, Psyche. It's my child. We don't hug and kiss strangers or non fuzzy monsters.
So you would not kiss a scaly monster.
Maybe a scaly monster. Usually not humanoids.
All right. So the first card I've got for you is the Hanged Man, which in this particular deck is represented by Odin hanging on Yggdrasil for 9 days and 9 nights to get the wisdom of the runes. So this is about making a sacrifice to gain wisdom. I have the Three of Pentacles, which means being respected for your work, being acknowledged for your craft, your skill. And I have the Ace of Pentacles. So this is talking about doing well in the material realm.
Is that it?
That's it.
Okay. So the first card I have is the Devil. So the Devil for me usually is around things that are keeping you down or keeping you shackled, for lack of a better term. Um, Something you're either scared of or feel addicted to that is not serving your greatest good right now. That seems like it needs to go. However, the second card I have is the Lovers, which makes me think that this thing has a co-conspirator, a friend, a lover, someone that you're doing it with, and is not serving you both. And it's a good time for the two of you to make a decision together to no longer be doing that or to find something new and different. Yes, Elvis. Oh. And I've been pulling the Ten of Wands a lot tonight. So the Ten of Wands is really about duty, responsibility, and obligation. And you'll be able to do your duties and responsibilities better for whatever that thing that you need to get rid of or stop doing is. It'll serve a greater purpose later on.
Okay, and hello to Phoenix in the chat room.
Hi.
Okay.
So are we all caught up?
No, we're not all caught up.
Oh, where are we?
We are to Kat Thompson, who wants a reading on love.
I think the chat stopped updating. I can't see anything. Ugh. All right. So what did you say?
Okay, Kat Thompson has asked for a reading on love.
Okay, I'm not saying that one.
That is kind of a ways back.
Ah.
It's at 2118.
Oh, okay. Got it. Now I found it.
There's a lot of chit chat tonight, which
Yeah,
is cool.
which is cool, but yeah, no, it's not can time yet.
And Elvis is awfully mouthy.
Elvis, are you mouthy? Oh, okay.
Well, I guess that answers that.
Stop being rude.
That wasn't rude. She washed your face.
We'll wash her face.
Yeah. And by the way, Kat, welcome. I'm glad you're here.
Okay.
Oh, I mentioned that several people were able to commission cards. This is the card I commissioned. I just saw it when I was shuffling. I asked Reverend Don to draw me as the Queen of Swords because this is the card that represents me. It's been,
Also known as the What Would Mary Do card.
yeah. Mary might sit someone down for a good talking to and possibly smack them upside the head.
All right. Back to them cards. Oh, and the firemen are headed out to do something. So the first card I have is the Two of Swords, which is around sort of stillness and being at a sense of impasse. You've essentially canceled yourself out, which is not necessarily a good thing or a bad thing, but it is what it is. However, while doing that, there is a sense of balance in canceling yourself out and sort of not having to overthink whatever you've talked yourself into or out of or neutralized. So I'd say that's a good job. I don't do that. And the third card I have is the Knight of Wands, which we've pulled a lot of tonight. It's about ambition and risk taking. So while you've managed to neutralize yourself, there is a level of risk to that, in that you have to build yourself back up or re-talk yourself into whatever you've just talked yourself out of. Because I think it was something you probably should have done instead. Right, Elvis?
Okay, Kat. I showed this card, I shuffled it back into the deck, and then it's the first card I pulled. So, the Queen of Swords. This card is about communication. It's also about looking at the past. What worked, what didn't. Base your course of action on it, and say what you mean what you say. Then we got the Five of Swords, which, again, a lot of conflict, maybe a dumpster fire in the near future. And not an awful lot about love here. I do have the King of Wands. Now, wands are around our passions. So this could be about love. It could be about just something in your life you're passionate about doing, which I really think that's what it is in light of the other two cards. And this is about knowing what you want, figuring out how to coming up with a plan to get it and then going for it. So that's the advice I've got for you. And don't let obstacles stand in your way. So I hope that's helpful, Kat. All right. And of course, Fluffy's down for Dr. Pepper's in the middle of the night. Psyche is drinking Voodoo Rangers.
Ooh, those are good.
I'm missing someone. I think Lila. Where is Lila? Okay, there's Lila. Greetings from India. Would appreciate a reading, please. And welcome, Lila.
Kitty, would you like to tap the cards? Oh, oh, she wasn't done.
Is she still tapping the cards?
Yes. Not on my knee. Jeez.
Bryan's knee has been bothering him quite a bit the last couple of weeks.
That's not helping with the cat.
So the cat naturally is jumping on his knee.
Yeah, of course. That's what she does. Because she's my child. And it is opposite day in the Ellicott Cook household, apparently. All right. So the first card I have is the Five of Pentacles, which is about trials and tribulations. You've gone through a lot, you've seen a lot, you've done a lot, and you've come out the other side. Always good. The second card I have is the Page of Wands, which is about spark and free spirit. And part of those trials and tribulations are directly correlated to your free spirit and going against the grain. Welcome to the club. It's okay. However, if you're going to be a free spirit and go against the grain, there is a level of temperament balance that comes with it in temperance, which is the ability to balance both being a free spirit and knowing when to dial it up or dial it back. And that's the hardest skill, is knowing when to do what with the dial. So it takes some practice, but I'm confident you can do it. We have 10 minutes left, so
All right. Well, I shuffled and my card came up again.
what would Mary do? What would Mary do?
So, again, this card is about looking at what's worked and hasn't worked in the past in your current situation and communicating directly and honestly. I've also got the Five of Wands, which is about conflict. So there is going to be conflict. We've had an awful lot of conflict tonight, haven't we?
Yep.
And I've got the Princess of Swords, which is about being careful to communicate precisely because there's a lot of room for misunderstanding. So I hope that's helpful, Lila. All right. Okay. And Fluffy says, this is serendipitous. One of my favorite readers did her weekly reading. Death and the Fool came up. All right. Hi, Shauna. And Psyche has said, thank you. It resonated. Okay, we're up to Shauna. Yes, we see you. We just had to get to the end of the chat. We see you, and we're going to do a reading for you, Shauna.
I think Shauna is where we're going to close it out.
Yeah, we're going to close with Shauna.
You know what that means, Elvis?
It might be can time.
Almost can. And there are still 12 people watching us. Look at that.
Wow.
Woohoo! Tomorrow I'm going out clothes shopping with the Elder Hobbit.
I saw your post about that. Have fun.
I'll try. We kind of need her expertise in, well, hobbiting. Just saying. I didn't get this gene from my dad.
You know, I get that. I'm 5'0".
Yep. You know, I got this new job. I need to go get new clothes. However, I need pants that fit my waist and my lack thereof height. So, off to the fancy store we go. So, Shauna, the first card I have is the Eight of Wands, which is about progress, movement, and rapid progress, if that. So, whatever's going on, it's coming and it's going to be fast. Elvis, be respectful. The Ten of Wands has come up a lot this evening for a lot of people, and it's about duty, responsibility, and obligation. So, whatever this thing is that's coming fast, it's about something that's directly correlated to what your responsibility is in your daily life. It could be your job, it could be keeping your house clean, it could be taking care of your family or your kids or your lover. But the obligation, duty, and responsibility is going to take an uptick. So be ready for it. And we pulled a lot of sevens here. And the last card is no different. I pulled the Seven of Wands. So, with all of that said, rapid movement, duty, and obligation, there will be challenges to this. But I don't think they're challenges that you can't face. I'm going to pull one more card because there was a lot of wands here. I pulled the Six of Cups, which is around family usually and nostalgia. So, it's definitely around taking care of someone. But I'm not quite sure whom. So, I hope that's helpful.
So the first card I've got for you is the Eight of Swords. So with this, I'm reading that at least now or in the recent past, you've been feeling hemmed in, stuck, like you weren't moving. I've also got the Princess of Pentacles, which means you've been feeling like you didn't have the resources to do what you want to do. But actually, you do. Whatever it is you want to do, you have that. So you can go ahead and do it. And then I have death. So change is coming, and it's going to be drastic change. It may not be comfortable, but it's going to be drastic, and you will be the better for it. So, and hello to Zila from Dublin, Ireland, and it was your birthday yesterday. So, hippie happy birthday.
That must be
It's a Southern thing, Bryan.
I thought about that for a second. It took the New Yorker a minute. I was like, huh? What? Oh, okay.
It's a Southern thing.
I'm sure it is.
And we're about to the top of the hour, so we're going to go ahead and close. Thank you, everyone, for coming and hanging out with us on Tarot Thursday. We will be back next week.
Next week's Rev Dawn's week.
Oh, yeah. Okay. I'll be back next week with Reverend Dawn. Bryan's going to take a well deserved rest,
A monthly rest.
his monthly rest. So we will not have kitty cuteness.
There you go.
Bye, Elvis.
Say bye to your people.
So thank you all for joining us. Have a wonderful evening and blessed be.